Ever thought of building a chatbot for your website? Doesn't matter which framework you used, React, Vue, or even a single HTML, right? We can integrate this chatbot or the virtual assistant with just a single line of code. Do you know how? There is something called Yabbot, powered by Eden AI. So they offer the CDN, and we can just use the CDN in our own project. So this is quite simple and quite interesting. So this is what we'll be explaining, we'll be looking into in this tutorial. So without any delay, let's get started. Okay, so the name is Yabbot, right? It's you can find it on the GitHub repo here on GitHub/EdenAI/Yabbot, and the README is pretty much good enough to understand what exactly it is. So let's see what exactly this Yabbot is, right? So let's say if you want to integrate a virtual assistant or the chatbot into your website without any without getting hands dirty. When I say that, you don't have to deep dive, do coding, build a chatbot from scratch. You can just directly use this. So that's what your bot is. You know, it's basically it's an iframe that holds this custom chatbot. I mean, the underlying concept is basically RAG. They use Eden AI's RAG API, and you can use this directly on your website if your website is uh, you know made out of React, Vue, or basic HTML. You can use this CDN in your HTML body, and that's it. You can just get this small little chatbot popping up on your screen. So how can we do this? So let's understand the usability. To mention, you can use, of course, you can use your own data from the RAG. Then you can use this source, the CDN file in your HTML, and just need to replace the project ID. The project ID is basically your RAG project, which I'll be showing you with your project UID, and then optionally you can provide the LLM provider, LLM model, and the parameter K. And there are some optional parameters as well, right? The color, what type of message you want the bot to say it first when it opens, and the title. So this is something interesting. So this is an example URL. So custom chatbot and color red and all. Just you need to modify the project ID, and you can just deploy it, right? So this is a basic steps involved. So let's see this in action. Like how can we implement this? Okay. So before integrating the Yoda bot, you have to create a RAG project. You know, that's the prerequisite here. So go to the RAG chatbot option here, and then create a new project if you want to. If you don't know how to make a RAG chatbot, I have made a dedicated video for this. Please don't forget to check that out. But for now, I have two projects, test one and test project. So let me just open this test one. So I have already added my context here. It's basically dummy data about some persons. I mean, it's dummy values. So it has the contact information, their address, and the, the name. So so the idea is to use this as the context for my RAG, and probably I can test it in my website as well, right? So okay, now we have to go to this installation part, and if you scroll down, you can see embed your chatbot into your app or website. So you can use this particular script into your own website, and then you can check, you can see the chatbot will be popping there, right? So I'll test it. I have created a small project based on React JS. I mean, it's very bad. I mean, it's just a small project for this purpose. How we can implement this? So I'll show it. I'll show how it works there. So before that, we need to note something. We need the project ID for this, right? So if you see here, it is mentioned we need project ID. So where do you get the project ID? If you scroll up, you can see test one details. Click on it, and you can see this project ID, right? Just copy it, and then that's it. Uh, Use it in your website. Okay. So this is a small React project that I made. I mean, it's pretty much simple. I just initiated the project, and we get all the standard stuff, right? I mean, the public index HTML, and then in the source you'll get app.js, etc., etc. So I created a small chat website component here, and so I just gave this everything dummy just to see. It's based on the web development, AI integration services that I offer, something like that, just to test. And then I provided some CSS here. Uh, so that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty much straightforward. There's nothing much to say. So how can we implement this? If you remember, we had the CDN, right? So in the public under index.html, so we can see there's a complete HTML file, right? So I added this script directly, and the project I have here uh, is this. Okay, so I pasted this, and I made the color red. The model is GPT-4o. Provider is OpenAI. So everything we got it from the from the platform, if you remember. Okay, so I ran this locally, and it's there in localhost 3000. So if we click, yeah, so you can see it's up and running here. And I know it's pretty much bad, a very bad front end developer. So you can see there's a chat bubble. This is our chatbot. If you click, you can see AI assistant. Let's talk. Hello, glad to answer anything. Let's test this. Okay. Okay. So I believe in the context, there's this person called Maxime. So probably we can ask who he is. Let's see how well the RAG is performing on this chatbot. So who is Maxime, and hit enter. So Maxime Delroux is an advocate, right? So we can also ask like, where does Maxime live? Something like that. Information about where Maxime. Only his professional address is mentioned. So which is actually good. So so when you have your own context, you can create RAG. When you can create a RAG, you can use Yabbot to create a chatbot for your website as well. So it's quite interesting and quite easy to implement. Whether you're using React, Vue, or even basic HTML, you can implement this in your front end. So that's the tutorial, guys. I hope you have understood and liked it. If you do, please like the video, and feel free to use the comment section if you want to share any comments with us. And don't forget to subscribe, because we'll be releasing new content every week. And I hope these content or the tutorials are helpful. If you have any concerns, there is a Discord channel out there. You can join the Discord server, and there is a help section where you can post queries, raise concerns. So so that's it, and I'll be seeing you again.